Hello, I am going to make an oil pot using this small pot and this large pot. I'm going to use cement, type of cement, water stop cement made by Quikrete to do that portion. And it's going to be 3 steps. I'm going to plug up the hole in the bottom of the smaller pot. In the bigger pot, I'm going to attach PVC connections to it. And then the third step will be to put the 2 pots together. First thing is I'm going to temporarily cover that bottom hole with something else. Okay, the plan is not just to plug up that hole, but I'm going to do the entire bottom to make sure that there's no water leakage. I'm going to put a little bit of water on the bottom and then apply the concrete. So it kind of looks like this. I don't know if you can see that. We'll set this out in the sun to dry. Okay, the next step is to attach this piece and this piece into here and keep it watertight. So see the threads on this piece? By the way, I bought all these PVC pipes today at Lowe's. You can buy them at Star Nursery, Home Depot too. And I bought the 2 pots at Walmart because they're cheaper there. They're like $3.85 for the 2 of them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue here to stabilize this, and then put some concrete around here, and then put concrete to stabilize it at the bottom of that, and we'll test it later on. The type of glue I use is not super glue, but a silicone glue that's cheaper, because the super glue just, you don't get enough of it and you don't need it. So this is the type of glue I use, is silicone based. So I'm just going to start putting this concrete in here. Got some water in there. I'm just going to stop the video because I'm just going to keep doing that. So I tend to be very generous with the concrete because I do want to get a tight seal and a sturdy seal. And plus the concrete's, you get a lot of it, and you want to make sure that the seal is tight. Next part of the video, I'm going to use these connectors to create the PVC attachment. What's nice about it is that I'm going to use a bigger pipe to feed the water, and depending on how much of it you use, this can act as a reservoir for the water for the oil pot. So, and it's up to you how big and how much of it you want. You could be imaginative and add extra water supply and whatever. And with PVC pipes, obviously you could add multiple pots. Okay, this is the PVC cutter, one-time purchase. Costs somewhere between $9 and $10. I bought really the cheapest one. It's super powerful. Gotta be careful, obviously, but I'm gonna cut up about this much. And you just keep on doing that until it cuts off. Okay, I'm gonna use that piece, and I'm gonna cut the bigger piece about this much. Okay, next I'm going to glue these 3 pieces together. I'm going to attach the small piece here, like that, and this piece is going to go like this. And then this portion here will attach to the oil pot. Okay? And like I said, these All these are available at Star Nursery or Lowe's. To attach the PVC pipes, I use a primer, purple primer, and the cement. It's better than super glue. It's faster and it seems to seal better. So the trick is, inside the hole you put the blue primer, the glue goes on here, and then when you stick it in, you're supposed to twist it. Twist it. Okay, purple primer inside, and then the glue, kind of sloppy here with the glue. Put that around here like that. Well, it's a little extra, but just go in there and twist that. And then on this side, same thing. Purple primer. Put that down for a second. Grab the attachment. Put glue around it. Or the epoxy or whatever you want to call it. Attach that. Twist it. Let that dry. Here's the smaller pot. Here's the hole. I'm going to add some silicone glue to reinforce that hole. I'm also going to attach silicone glue here, but it'll be the last thing I do because this is still very that's the most likely spot where there's going to be a leak. And there's the inside of there. I'm going to put some more in there and then dry this out. Next we're going to attach the two pots together. And use this to hold. This thing is hard. It's not level, so I'm going to use my coffee container. I'm going to put this like that. Now I'm going to put the concrete in here, and it's got to do two things. It's got to seal the water, and at the same time it's got to hold the two pots together. So I'm going to try to fill this whole thing with concrete. I'm going to layer it. So I'm going to do a little bit, let it harden a little bit, put some more on until I know the seal is tight. Okay, put a little bit of the silicone gel glue on here just so you'll have a temporary seal before, and so that the concrete powder wouldn't fall through the cracks. Here's the final seal here, and there's the cement or concrete, I guess. I put some water in there just to check it for a second, and we're going to add the other piece to this next. And you can see the water here, how it's porous, and don't worry about this portion hanging over. This will also be filled with water once the oil pot starts working. So just because it's overhanging doesn't mean it's not going to be used. Okay, I added this portion carefully, the same way that I did with the epoxy and the blue primer. And we're going to let that set. Just want to add a couple of things. One of the advantages of oil pots is that the roots will circle the pot, and eventually the plant will completely surround that pot with roots and control how much water it can use. That's great in Las Vegas because in pots the soil gets really hot and the roots naturally go to the edge of the pot that the plant is planted in. But in this case, the roots mostly go into the middle part where it's cooler. The other advantage of this is, of course, you save water because the only way water can get out is through here or through the top of here, which you could like plug up with a funnel, ping pong ball. I use the fishing bobber sometimes. And but then I'm next going to work on a more ornamental way of doing this. Anyway, that's just the basic approach, and I hope you have success. I'm going to check for leaks tomorrow after all this dries up, and I will plug up the leaks with this silicone glue. Good luck. You can buy this funnel plus 2 other smaller ones for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree store. I just filled up the oil pot with water, and it doesn't look like there's any leaks. You can see it there. I'm going to put some more in, but you can see it slowly, the water is being put into the pot. Okay, I just filled it up again. You can see it's to the top, so there's no leaks.